Hello. What are we doing today? Letting the Discord know I'm streaming. Twitter doesn't need to know. They don't deserve to know. This is a bug I'd love to get out of the way first before doing the boss stuff. So let's take a look at that. So you think it's... I can think of... The first sector's respawnables, non-respawnables don't move because they're turrets, so that's why I didn't notice it then. But both the second and third sector have non-respawnables that move, and they don't reset their position. So let's go prove that. So, I believe this room, oh, what the hell is this? Oh, I didn't notice that. I don't love using the decal projection for the transition tiles. I mean, it's a cool thing, like there's a lot of cool things you can do with it, but I keep running into problems, and it looks like this is a problem where it's actually applying it up against the wall. It's interesting. It's only on this side. Oh, is chat working? I think it's working. I wish it would tell me that I'm streaming or something so that I know it's connected. Anyway, so this room here is full of a bunch of red balls, but they don't reset their position when I leave and come back, and that's not good because then they can all crowd the doorway. Oh shit, I got locked in too. Well, that's hard to test if I guess if I don't enter, so I guess that's why I didn't notice it, because you don't get a chance to leave the room. But if I don't come into the room entirely, they'll still be there, and I won't get locked in. So it is something that only happens if you sort of like almost go into the room. And it's interesting because they shouldn't actually show up until you're in the room, like normal enemies. So we'll see. Oh, it saved it. I guess I need to reset the game. Should have saved it before that. Alright. See, they're already there. So that shouldn't happen. I'm pretty sure they're in Sector 3, there's the exact same scenario where it's a locked room, but they still spawn before you actually get in the room. So that's weird, I should look into that. Let's look at the actual objects in the scene, if I can find them. So they're room entities. Hey, Rye. And they're not respawnable. Maybe it's because they're active? Because normally an enemy like, let's say, these guys, they're pretty much the exact same. Oh, I know, but they're not introduced till the 3rd sector. There's a bunch of other sectors that we can try and do something like that. Start combining some of the effects. So this enemy is pretty much the same thing. Has a room entity, no UUID, but has respawnable. Respawnables have the option to early spawn. So let's see what happens with respawnables, how they work. It's not respawnable. Never opens the right thing. So the respawnables work really weird. They're definitely weird, but they set themselves as inactive. Respawnable, and it is a room entity. And it creates a respawner. Room entities, though. Let's see, when you enter a room, or first when you pre-enter, it goes through entities. It sets all entities to true on pre-enter. So those balls, the non-respawnable balls, would show up then, but they should really be only on room enter. Stay active. What is it that, let's see, respawnable sets spawn early on the respawner. So what I think is have room entities have a Boolean for basically early activation. So that's true by default. That's the current behavior is when you go into pre-enter, which is before you're in the room, but you're in the corridor. They'll be set to active, but then you could turn that off and then they won't be set till active until you're in the room. And then alternatively, or as well, they should also have a reset position. That's also true by default. So it'll mark its current position when it starts, and then on room pre-enter, it'll reset its position. Yeah, a lot of the settings got kind of mixed up. I think it's just that it's louder. Oh, I think I changed the, it's the monitors that are different. And then this can come up more. That's really quiet. I don't know what the monitors were set at before, but I know I changed them. Maybe this is what it was. I don't know, but this is probably okay, right? Although, maybe I turn this down? Do you think it's quieter in general? Do you think my voice is quieter than it normally is? Or do you think the music was just louder? Anyway, let me know how this is for my voice relative to the music, and if you think I can turn it up, because I might have, this doesn't persist, so, okay, yeah, pretty sure I had this set here. So two things stay active. Early active. True. Reset position. True. That's weird. On room pre-enter. Is that it? Pre-enter. If reset position. And then if entity is early active, then this is true. Otherwise, set it true there. And yeah, that should be it. And then I can change these to not early active and reset position. Oh, I can't select it. Come here. Gotcha. Not early. Ah. Okay. We'll see if that does it. Well, I know my music seemed louder. Now the game's gonna seem quiet, but it already seemed too loud anyway. Alright. So they should not show up until I'm in the room. I guess reset I can't even tell anymore because it's a locked room. Like I'm never going to get out of the room before. It still bugs me. Don't respond, so I think that does it. Sector 3 has the same thing with the little blue, with the blue ballas. I I can set them to reset position. Actually, I should be able to go test them now because they all have reset position on by default. Shortcut. Not this room. Oh, I froze. See, they reset. This is the room. See, they're already spawning early, and I don't want that. But, at least now their positions are reset. So now I should just be able to tell them to not spawn early, and that'll fix that. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that worked. No more critical. Okay, back to the boss. We were working on that last week. Where is that? Totally different sector. Let's see, the boss. So he's actually in an interesting position. He does the normal follows you, but he doesn't do his jump and dash. But I do have this weird, like, if he touches you, he bounces back and then tries to jump twice. So I kind of program that jumping behavior. I guess let's get to his code. Oh yeah, we had a state machine kind of thing set up. But yeah, when he touches you, let's see, what is it? Here we go. attacks you and then bounces back. Which is different than just knockback, which should happen when you shoot him. And let's see, we did a little reflection here so that when we set state, it'll do a callback here as a coroutine. Which is kind of interesting in that this is going to run while it also has its update runs. You wouldn't really expect that. Oh, Derek. What up? Are you spying on our project? Your precious Fubins. He's mine too. I mean, really, this is his. It's his game. Mossmouth Derek. Spelunky Derek. Oh my god. Derek, are you going to be around for GDC? Let's see, I guess I could do this as a coroutine. Might as well. Might as well. Around. You should come to the Fubins Beach bonfire. As usual. I feel like that's what I'm gonna be doing. Let's see, do I care about this transition? I guess I could do yield, return transition. Start a coroutine that starts a coroutine. Jeff Lindsay. That's burned into my brain now. Derek's voice going, Jeff Lindsay. That's all I remember about Derek. And his pornographic drawings of me. Or cheese blood or whatever. Okay, so let's see. He's gonna seek for a bit. If transition, wait for transition. Jeff Lindsay. Let's see. So, what was it before? Waits 4 seconds. What about my beard? Are you jealous, Derek? Derek tried to grow a beard and he only had like 3 hairs on his chin. The next generation. For some reason, the way you chat is like an 8-year-old or something. That's me. Someone, Postmates or Favor, they delivered food and they're like, I love your books. Well, I couldn't tell if they were kidding. Like if they knew that like I was not that Jeff Lindsay. Or if they were like, it's a joke, like, I know you're not Jeff Lindsay, so I'll pretend that you're Jeff Lindsay and say, like, I love your books. My favorite thing about your book, Derek, is the cover. That's as far as I've gotten on it. I don't need to read it because I read a bunch of other stuff that references it. And when I mean read, I mean watch, because I don't read books anymore. Something happened. I only watch YouTube. You've been in here for 5 minutes and you've used more emojis than anybody ever in the channel. Why is it going to be harder to make? I want a Quake map importer. No. Clipping planes. So wait, do they? Are the maps the compiled? No, that's the BSP. So the maps are before being compiled. They don't have the polygon data? Oh. Crazy. Yeah, they're BSPs, but you save them as like a pre-compiled thing. Because the whole compilation step, which is silly. Yeah. Calculate polygons, it's not that hard. It's just a little bit more work. It's not way more difficult. Let's see. What other state did this have? Pre-charge. I guess I could do this as a transition, huh? Set state charge. But then I don't want it to... Let's see here. Then I don't want it to do anything... We've all been there, Rye. I mean, I guess. I mean, yes. It would be great to import BSPs or Quake maps, and then you can use the Quake editor. That'd be lovely. Lovely. So you want it to do nothing. Basically, I'm doing, what is it called? Multi-threaded programming, but I'm using coroutines, but I don't have the primitives of multi-threaded programming. How can I do coroutines, do like a lock or a condition? Do I have these? Oh man. So I could just pull, I guess. Wait for let's see, state change. enumerator, wait for state change. Wait. Last state. I don't think I can pick this up. If I'm comparing last state and state, I need like a last frame state. Coroutines emulate multi-threaded execution. So, you're talking about the volatile. I guess I will do a last frame state. Just always set that to state. And then while last frame state is equal to state, we'll just yield new wait end of frame. Eh? Is it not happy with this? Oh, I need return. Yeah, I mean they're like fake. I mean, really it's just communicating between parallel processes. And a process in this case is a coroutine, which is a sort of virtual or green thread. So because you have this virtual parallelism, you still need to coordinate and like exchange stuff. So I would have imagined that there would be like conditions and or events or like locks. But I guess what I'm kind of doing here is creating a lock that is polling. So it's just going to block here until something changes. And then I can use this. Normally this seems like it would be really inefficient, but I guess it's fine. So the reason I wanted to do that was to say set state, it's going to charge. Oh shit. And then doing a yield return, wait for state change. We'll basically wait for it to go into any other state. So that way charge can then change its state to something else before it comes back around and goes back to seek. Which I guess is weird because charge is probably just going to transition to seek anyway. So I don't know. I'm doing something really weird here because I've got like this state machine and transitions, but then I have like this meta state regulator. I think that idea is cool though. It's like this isn't a state machine, but it's a loop because, you know, You don't need... I don't know, it's a weird idea. I think it's not utilized as often as it could be. What? What are they changing? That's true. But you're still gonna pull if you want to wait for it to change, which is what I'm doing here. Like this could just as easily be a Boolean that's like did state change, and then whenever I change the state, I set that Boolean to true. On the next state change. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. I mean, that's literally what they're showing as an example, and they don't really talk about any other mechanisms, you know, so. Yeah, it's not like a tight loop. I don't even think you can do a tight loop because you always have to, I mean, I guess you could. I was saying an enumerator always needs a yield. But you could always like have the yield, like it'll compile if you put the yield outside the loop and then have the loop be a tight loop. Maybe it'll catch that, I don't know. Aren't they? Maybe not, I don't remember. I don't remember. It's fun though, like this kind of ties into the whole systems programming stuff, going from like pre-Node.js. It was like Python, and then going into twisted Python, which really seemed to popularize the whole event reactor pattern, which in that case it was just waiting for events on file descriptor IO, and then that would trigger some callbacks or whatever, single threaded. But it's such a pain to work with. And then gevent came along, or rather eventlet came along, and then gevent that monkey patched all the blocking functions that you would normally use with ones that would yield, so you could do socket send or socket receive, and it would actually do, and you could use those in coroutines, and they would seem like they block, but they're actually doing a yield. And so you didn't have all the like yield stuff, that like the new JavaScript async stuff where you have to like yield async and all that. You didn't have any of that, and it's super cool. But then Go came along, and it's like, well, shit, it was just designed for that kind of thing. Yeah. Function preludes. can't even click it. You can't tell me to not do something. Aww. I love Go. Honestly, I love how opinionated it is and the fact that it forces people that disagree with that opinion to like be very vocal about it. So then I know that we don't share that opinion, and so I know not to work with them. So effectively, Charge is the same thing as Seek, but faster. You're just thinking about it wrong. There's some weird, I mean, it's not without certain verbosities. I mean, it's certainly better than Java, but it's like people still use Java for stuff. I've definitely run against the lack of generics in Go, but I've always found it more of a challenge because like a fun challenge to solve, because there are workarounds that allow you to, for the most part, still build good software. I mean, the only difference is you might have more methods in your interfaces, you know, when you actually care about the type, but specific types, but there's a lot of cases where you can get by where you actually pass in, you know, a type, an interface that has the type that you need. Like any of the unmarshalling stuff kind of works that way, and it's like that's something that you would traditionally have a generic function for, like unmarshal and then the type that you want it to return and then whatever arguments. And the way you do that in Go is you create the type first and then unmarshal, and then it takes, you know, an interface type. It can be any object of any type, and then when you get it back, it's of the right type. So it's just kind of messing with your assumptions and expectations a little bit. I think bear should be a verb. B-E-A-R, to bear something. Set state attack. Charge is literally state seek with, no it's not, actually. Seek every frame, it course corrects, but charge is just a single, like, phew. So let me try state charge. And I'll just make it. See, the thing is it needs to detect see, this is in a loop though, so I'm not gonna have. I need some state what to, for the charge direction. Let's see. I guess I should do this one thing at a time, so I'll just, and then let's see, is there a charge force? There is not. Charge force. And then also private I guess it's a vector charge direction. Well, because, so the difference is seek is gonna change the direction constantly, whereas charge, it chooses its position at the beginning of charge, and so in this setup I would need to basically set that in a variable in the transition. Yeah. These I probably won't use just because I have transitions now, but we'll see. So I can do on state charge, and then that's where I can charge dir equals so, but then let's see. Previously, charge was based on time, so here I would need to know I could do that as a generally useful time since last state. Which I guess I would need last state time. So then I can do set state last state time equals time. time since last state is, I guess this doesn't need to be a actual, I just calculate this with every fixed update. What is going on? Is time dot time minus last state time. So then I can use this in charge and be like, if time since last state is greater than, let's see, charge time, greater than or equal to charge time. Set state. So there's no like transition jumping or anything yet. Okay, so what would happen here? It's in seek state. And it's gonna tell it to go into seek state again for 4 seconds. If there was any transition, such as it attacked and so it's bouncing or whatever, it's gonna wait for that to finish. And then it's gonna go into charge state. Charge state is going to set the position it's gonna charge and then go in that direction until a second has passed, and then it's going to go back into seek, and then that will trigger, if there's a transition, hopefully this should just pass, and then this waits for the state to change. So even though it went into seek, it's going to go to seek again, which is interesting that it's probably going to trigger the, there isn't a on-state seek transition, but I could just make it so that if state equals last state, just return, so it's a no-op. Okay, so it should just seek and charge, and allow for it to hit me and bounce back, and then we can go from there. Hopefully this works. Oh shit. And what else? God damn it. Wrong place. Where am I? Ah! Did I kill one of them? It's kind of weird. Wait, what? Do you hear that? That's weird. Also, those bullet sparks never get destroyed. What is it about that one that made it... I'll look into it after I check the boss, I guess. He's gonna walk for 4 seconds. Oh. Then he's gonna disappear. Another coroutine is already waiting for this coroutine. Well, that's stupid. Yeah. Well, now I know that. What happened to it, though? I think I gave it too much force. Nothing is working. Oh, he's out here. Chilling in the middle of space. Where are you? Yeah. How'd he get way out here? You know what? I know what the thing is. I think. Actually, I don't know. I'm gonna change his charge force to like... not that much. Oh, actually, I'm going by this value, and I don't know what I actually set it to. Seek force is only 20. Okay, so yeah, 20 versus 1,000. Let's do 50. I kind of hate that about Unity. Like, why even bother have these? But so what else was waiting for transition? So when I set, okay, so it was waiting there. This is dumb. Nope. It's either either this one or this one. Or this one. Those are the three. I guess I can replace those with something that pulls, because this is the only one that really needs to do that, and then I don't really need to maintain the transition coroutine reference. I'm going to do that. That works, right? That returns a coroutine, and you can yield on those. So this is not used, and we can create a new wait for type of thing. Let's see. Let's see. Bool in transition. And then this can just, if there's one, then in transition equals true, and then in transition equals false. Wait for transition. Yield return, wait for transition. Wait for state change. State change is, I guess I don't have to wait for the transition in that case. Transition happens last frame state, so new state. So when state equals, so that's the end of. So that will include. All right, so I don't need this before wait for state change because that'll imply transition. Now let's look at fucking turret situation. What the hell? Why is it having a hard time selecting it? Well, of the three, it is the only one that is not linked as a prefab, which is seems like it should be irrelevant. Room entity says on start, whatever its current transform position. Is it possible that it starts in a different position? I don't know. And why is it the only one that went to 0? Yeah, let's see. See? There it is at 0. What the hell? OD4. I don't see OD4 and tombstones. Not that that would have anything to do with it. 5, 6. Does it have to do with reset position? Early active. It does. What the fuck? How is it starting at 0 and the others aren't? And no other object is starting at 0. Does being a prefab have anything to do with it? Not really. I mean, it really doesn't need reset position because it doesn't move. But what the fuck? I mean, they're all based on those prefabs. They should be fine. It's just like these two game objects. So I'm looking at top level differences and I don't see any. They have different UUIDs, but so do these two. They have different UUIDs. And it works, and this one works fine when reset position is on, but this one doesn't. See, I could look at turret to see if there's anything. Billboard sprite, that's interesting. Wait, what? Sprite renderer. Why is it made a separate thing? Anyway, oh, I remember why. So I'll look at billboard sprite and turret to see if there's anything going on in awake or start. Fire offset. It's based on base enemy. No awake. Start is fine. Billboard sprite only has update. Wait. Okay, no, this is a variable called position. It seems weird that I would do that, but it's only called once. When it's loaded, transform, look at, position. This is a position that's going to look at. It sets the Y, it says to look at it. Otherwise doesn't touch the transform, other than to read, position, Y, and to rotate if it needs to reverse. So billboard sprite doesn't do anything to start. Sprite material flasher. Start is nothing. Turret again. On enable. Update. I don't think, no, it's not, it doesn't trigger with the editor unless you have it explicitly execute in the editor. But let's see. I will try playing with it unloaded so it only loads in game, because that's different. Apparently, it causes different behavior sometimes. Oh man. Alright, I guess I'm gonna start logging, because we know that it's this that's causing the problem, and it's because of this. I don't know. This should just say, I don't know if we'll even be able to see because it's going to load a bunch of other stuff too, but I think. Oh, wait. There it is. Man, this is bizarre. All right. What if I start turning things off? Okay, so in this case, it should work properly and it should display as a sprite. It just won't shoot, won't do anything. We'll see if it gets a 0 then. It's getting a 0. Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, because it doesn't have a room entity. Okay, so that's kind of weird, right? It could be the tile editor. Maybe I just need to place it again. Move aside. Right. Oh, they're all really active. I guess I should turn those off, though. It's like something was moving it. So here I've created a new one. I guess we should give it a UUID. Okay. So this one's working now? But I guess I'll delete it because this one also works. Whatever. It was weird. It was weird that it stopped happening when reset position. Oh man. Anyway. Back to the boss. What were we doing? We changed the stuff, so we should go look at it now. One, two, three, four. Oh, he's in my face. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's not doing it this time. He's coming after me, though. He's just decided to never charge again. It might be stuck on one of those wait for transition or something. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, sort of. I guess I can do some logging here. See what he does. Seek. Wait for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. He charged and blew up. Are these wait state? I wish they would not do that. So, waited, wait transition, charge, wait state, seek, wait 4 seconds, wait transition, charge, and then wait state. And it doesn't go back to seek? these, nothing's returning, right? Freeze returns, but last frame state. Last frame state equals state. It's gonna wait for state to change before last frame state. State changes here. Set state is a coroutine. I guess it is possible that this can happen in the same frame as this. Which would cause this to be stuck forever. Yeah, but that doesn't actually change the actually, I don't know. I'll try that. And why? Oh, I guess because he's getting so close. And normally when he gets close, I have it change state. So I guess I want to do similar. Similar distance check. He can attack. Does it really not like having this defined in a previous case? just always get it. Okay. Switch statements are the worst. They carry so much weird baggage. Everybody does them differently. One, two, three, four. Come at me. Okay, he's stuck in a wall. And he's stuck in the wall. I don't get, I don't understand, because it's the same thing. Alright, look, now he's gonna have equal force. Seek force is the same as charge force. Maybe I'll make it 25. Maybe it's just like a non-linear thing. I mean, because it's a force, so it's a higher order thing, but you know what? Let's see, it goes to charge. Yeah. This whole track is based on an improv piano piece that he did at a game jam. And so it's like super weird time, inconsistent. But it was pretty cool because of that. He's above me. Yeah, what I think he's done, he's hitting a wall with enough force that he's just like, you know, physics, he goes anywhere. So this was supposed to prevent that, but he could also hit a wall, because he does collide with walls, so he hits the wall and just goes crazy. That's on transition, so wherever the player is it normalized? No, it's not. Aha! So that's, you know, probably part of it. Just pushing against a wall. Alright, let's see what this does. He's still getting stuck on a state change, though. He does a charge, and then he never goes to seek. Time since maybe I should. Falling state. I mean, he's like somewhere, something's happening, but he should, after a certain period of time, go back to seek, and he never does. So. He's moving faster in a particular direction. Is he gonna... He's not gonna do it again, though. He's in a wait state. Oh, whoa, charge done. Called a lot. Because it was in the update loop. It's an interesting clue. Actually, what the fuck? Because he should not be in charge state, because charge done, he goes into seek state. And there's no seek transition, so it just does set state. It goes to seek. There's no attack. I don't know why this was called so many times. It should have changed state. State equals at last state. Are you talking about this one, or is there another one? State equals last state. State equals last state. Oh, yeah. That could be. Let's see. So he's in charge. Large and in charge. Goes to set state. Last state is... Oh, maybe we should start before that. Charge... So he's in seek. And then we get set state is eventually going to call, so set state. we'll assume last state is seek. So then we set it to charge. If charge equals seek, no, so we do this. Now last state equals seek. Yes, last state equals seek now. One is for detecting. Last state is the last state at the transition, and last frame state is the last state of the previous frame, because those are different things. And so this should be seek, and then this is charge. So now we've done set state, we're in charge. And at that point, it will be running this code. Since last state is based on this one, and that seems to be okay. So then we go into set state, seek. It should be in charge. Last state should be charge. Every frame, it should be checking these two are different. If they're set to the same thing in the same frame, then this will never let go. So maybe if I did like a time-based, So we have last state time, so that's when state was set. So I can do while wait time is time.time, and then while last state time is less than wait time, so that would mean state has changed since wait time. This is the opposite of what I want. While last date time is... No. Last date time. Yeah, no, this is right. Last date time is behind wait time. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna change his animation speed. He goes into charge. And then have it go back. State seal. Sounds like an official document. Alright. What? God damn it. I don't know what's going on. Also, how did he get... Alright. Cool. I don't know why this is happening so much. Charge done. I say charge done. And then I try and go into seek. And that would explain why charge done is happening so often if it's returning here, but it doesn't make sense because wait. This should be checking this dot state. Ugh, idiot. is why you don't roll your own state machine. Yeah, parallelism is way harder to debug. It's a little bit easier when it's fake parallelism like this, but hold on. Okay. Did he charge? It's like it's going through the whole cycle without actually charging. So he's just seeking. But he is going through transition stages. But immediately leaves. So set state. Therefore not do any of the state transition stuff in the update. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I don't see any charge dones. For a whole frame, yeah, I guess the idea is that it could be, because this will block until it's finished, and in some cases like this one it'll take several seconds for it to finish. So within those seconds there are frames where in transition is true. I'm concerned that charge done is never actually called, but it's still going in a loop, right? So it seeks, wait for a second, wait transition, charge, goes to wait state, and then immediately goes to seek. Oh. I think I broke something else though, because I think what's happening is nothing is waiting properly. In loop. It starts it and waits for it. would, because this is a variation of code I had before that was working with on-state jump, in which I was storing the transition coroutine in a variable called transition. Immediately after, oh no, I guess I wasn't doing that yet, but you can yield return on a coroutine, and that'll make it block. Yield return method. Oh. Yes. The problem, though, I mean, they should be the same, effectively, but the reason I can't do that is because it's dynamic, so I'd have to use like invoke, and I'm not sure invoke returns anything, so I'm not going to get back an enumerator, so I'd have to be able to call the thing dynamically. Create a coroutine. Any coroutine name can be used. Create a coroutine, can start another coroutine. Yeah, if I were to just do start coroutine, then they would run in parallel. But I want it to wait. So that the state is not set until it's run. Logging? Well, the problem is, what does that tell us? Like, the only transitions that we're using right now are these two, and they're going to return immediately. So, because they're not doing anything that's taking a while. So, I don't think it's the transitions that we're having a problem with. I feel like if we were to log the time before and after, we're not actually going to see a difference, and that'll tell us the same thing. Like, we won't have enough precision to know whether or not it's actually running it, and that's the difference, or if it called it and it's running in parallel and that's immediately after. Maybe you can go up and tell me why this is even relevant, because you think this isn't working. Transition isn't what's bothering me, it's this wait for state change, because that's actually where it gets stuck. This seems like the smarter way to do it, but for some reason it seems like it's not working. Okay, wait. While last state is less than when we started. So that should be all the time until the state changes, and then last state time is updated to a time that would be after wait time. So this seems like it's accurate. Hard to reason about. I'm pretty sure this works and works in a pretty predictable way. So I didn't even get that feeling. So log the wait time. There. Yeah. There's actually no deadlock anymore. It now doesn't block, and so it will continually cycle. So once it goes into charge state, it basically immediately goes back into seek state, but in the process triggers, you know, every wait in the process. So like it's seeking, it's waiting for 4 seconds. It's charging. Maybe I should pause it now. Waiting for seconds, waiting for any transition to finish, which is pretty immediate. So then it goes into charge because we said set charge. Charge and wait state. So this makes sense that it's pretty much going to go to charge and immediately to wait state. So these wait, shouldn't last state should have we should have got that when we changed into charge. Set state. Because of the asynchronousness of set state, wait for state change is happening potentially before the state has changed. The reason why set state is asynchronous was just because this needed to yield in theory, if I were to call this set state and instead of this one, in this scenario, it would work. As long as I were to yield return from it. Can you do multiple return values for a function here? Like, or is it just arguments that I can do this? Because, like, how would it know now which one to use? I guess I can just use different ones, depending on the situation. Like, it actually makes sense that this is used in update, so it's not going to block, but it may be called a lot of times, so we do this check. Whereas this is more likely that we know what state it's in, and so we don't care so much that these are equal, or it's not as likely to happen, and then you can wait on it. Yeah. That's kind of confusing to me, though. This would be set state then, and set state async returns void. I guess that makes sense. What? Oh. Yeah. Can I do this? Oh, man. gamer. That's how I should read it. G4MR. Idiot. No. Gamer. Yield break? Does that work? It's not going great. I thought I'd be done with it by now. Oh, yield break to end the iteration. I should have just read. Okay. Let's see. Alright, 4 seconds. I'm not getting that charge done. So, there it goes. So, I'm still fucking this up. What the hell is this? Okay. So, state will be whatever it's said to be when this is done, so it should be charged by the time it gets to wait state, and then it waits for state change, and this should be when it was set to time since last state. Well, it never gets to this. Never goes into attack. I don't have to worry about that. You know, I could just have it wait for seconds after setting state to charge. But it's not very robust, because if, for example, it goes into attack or something like that, like, we'll need wait for state change. You know what we could do, though? You know what we can do? We could be more explicit. We can say, wait for state change needs previous state and the next state. So we're looking for a very particular transition. That's actually what most good state machines I've used in distributed systems will do. So, oh, I can't say from, or I can say from. So, in theory, I could do this if this state equals 2 and I guess I could just say state and just try to last state equals from. Now it doesn't like from. Now it's fine with from. Then yield break. It's again a little bit less robust, but maybe this is a step forward. We're waiting for state change from state charge to state seek. So I'm going to change this to seek for 4 seconds. Charge to check. We'll get there. If we can get this to work, then we're on to something. We don't really care about transition. I just want to leave that out because that's sort of not relevant. And then again, because this is pretty immediate, we're going to do charge and wait. Alright, let's try this. Anyway, gamer, if you're still around, thanks for checking in. Seek for 4 seconds. Charge and wait. It kind of worked. What is it doing now, though? Yeah, we got a little bit further. Charge done happens more than I thought it would. And he's skating. I think because one of the transition is being called more than the other, the one where it divides, where it slows it down, maybe? I don't know. Seek for 4 seconds. Well, just watching it state in the thing is easy. It's in seek for 4 seconds, then it goes to charge for 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2. So it kind of works. Yeah. Why? I guess we can ignore this. And probably because of the asyncness of it, but you can't really do anything synchronously here. Let's see. That's going to seek. transitioning. Well, right. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know how that's gonna play because it's kind of assuming. Yeah. Actually, we could have. We have in transition, so. I mean, in transition is very specific to running the coroutine, which this, you know, whatever the transition thing is not doing much. So I'm curious why it takes so long between calling this and it getting to this point. Oh? Why? Yeah, if we do in transition true. I don't know what that would do. Uh-huh. All that would do though is wait, you know, wait for transition block. And then so oh yeah. It's kind of a stretch here. Also means I need to do this on the outside in that case that it doesn't actually do that. Actually, in theory, now we should be like here or something. Okay. So the fact that his frame slows to nothing seems like on-state seek is called more often than on-state charge. But I guess we'll get to that. Seeking, charging. Wait, is it working? I think it's working. FPS in the editor? So now I can mess with charge force. Like 40 or whatever. Let's see, what happens when he goes into the wall? It's not ideal, but let's see. Does he block? Is he gonna go through it all? Let's make it like 80 or something. Oh, what? Now he's stuck? Come on. Stuck in jump. Why are you stuck in jump? Seek. He's stuck. How about charge? Alright, there we go. Yeah. We've got kind of two state machines basically working together. He doesn't. Yeah, I guess I totally forgot about jump. And yeah, he's sort of stuck because it's waiting for that transition. I guess technically what we would do here is have this take multiple options. But let's see. Charge done. So he's charging. He's seeking. Yeah. Let me do. He shouldn't actually be in any state, but we can at least test for this. Oops. Yeah, but yeah, I do. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I guess so. I mean, we could actually just do. We could do 2 versions. Yeah, good point. Hmm? Oh. There you go. Okay, so now I get to think of the complexities in some of these situations. In charge and attack, state can go into attack. Attack is going to do some attack and then go into jump. Jump. It doesn't change state afterwards. I think I deleted that on state jump. Let's see. This is not actually what I want. What do I really want? Let's try and get to the actual behavior here. When he attacks you, I guess he could jump. It's kind of cool. But it's also the tell for before a charge. But I guess... let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. This first jump is actually part of bounce back? No. Yeah, it is. Because you don't go up in bounce back. Maybe. Sort of. Hmm. Yeah. I think I get what you're saying. think so. Let's see here. I think I want to make a jump. That's just one jump. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm doing here. So, let's see, bounce back. Bounce back. I'm trying to get the attack to bounce back and jump. I suppose I could just call jump. I could also, can't do it in the transition here. I can do bounce back, should just jump. In theory, because I don't think I can call jump directly, because it's gonna yield, right? Can you call coroutines directly? I don't think so, right? Okay, let's try that. Right. On-state attack. Just this. Attack. Bounce back. It's gonna do that as an impulse. So we want yield, turn, jump. So this is actually the jump for the initial. Ellison, thank you for following me. Feel free to say hello if you want. Yeah, bounce back and jump are sort of combined. Actually, I don't see why I could just combine them like this. And this being used for other stuff. So then here I can just wait. Wait. Since that one waits a little bit longer. then it was like 2 seconds. Yeah. Well, hold on. Forget jump. I'm just trying to get this here to work. And then, so that's jump. Not jump, but bounce back. And then, so maybe... So after an attack, he goes into seek, and then maybe part of on state seek he does a jump. Return. Okay. Okay, and then on state attack, and then let's see. Do any of these go into? I guess I can just have it. In any of these transitions, I don't actually change state, which is probably a good thing. So instead, I can use this as sort of like a post. You know, what transition, what to do after it's in attack, and so this can just be set state async state seek. Let's see, jump is not really a state. And then charge will have jumping in its transition. So on state charge, we're going to jump a couple of times. 2 times. Okay. And state attack. Yeah. Okay, so now let's look at our higher order little orchestrator. So we're gonna seek for 4 seconds. It's actually kind of weird to me that here we're seeking for 4 seconds defined here, and here we're charging for 1 second defined here, but never mind that. Let's just try and get the behavior I'm going for. So we seek for 4 seconds, wait for transition is going to so if he well, originally it was to capture the time it takes to perform the jump that the seek might, you know, it's in seek, then he attacks you, attack goes into jump, and jump takes a little while. as a transition, so this would allow him to finish his jump before he goes in the next state, but that's not what we're trying to do now. In fact, we could probably stop doing this and just do everything from here, maybe? Yeah, because I think we can get this behavior properly, because this is just like, all we're saying is, do this primary thing, and then do this primary thing, and go back and forth. But the problem is there's other transitions and stuff that might happen, and so I think we could actually just let it, self-orchestrate from its own thing. So, for example, we don't have seek time, do we? Seek time. I mean, it's interesting because it's not really emergent. It's more like a classic state machine. What we were doing before was trying to do a classic state machine, but then like have a meta orchestration on top of it. Oh, you don't know. Let's see. What is it? It's a oops. I don't know whether to explain the original game or to explain just what it is. The International. So, a friend of mine made this game, the indie game Legend. It was a top-down arena shooter inspired by the Guardian Legend on the NES, which means it wasn't just an arena shooter, it had kind of like Zelda Dungeon or Metroidvania-like aspects to it. It was a good game, but he just kind of released it in 2011 without really putting it out there. In fact, it was not online for very long. And it has a bunch of indie jokes, in-jokes, and stuff like this. But I like it. Like, it's a good game. And then, so I'm remaking it in first person. I showed him a demo, and it was really cool. So we're expanding the original game. It's hard to say whether it's a remake or a sequel, or if that matters at all. Yeah, so TIGL is the indie game Legend 3D, whereas the original is the indie game Legend. I guess that's true. Seek time. Going to charge. Oh boy. I mean, it's a loose play on older 2D games that would get like their first 3D, like Duke Nukem 3D. They call it Duke Nukem 3D after Duke Nukem 1, Duke Nukem 2. That one just happened to be nice coincidence that the third one was 3D. I mean, we could call this something. We could call it Super Indie Game Legend. I feel like the name is already a mouthful, and so it's sort of like a joke that we're adding even more to it. Okay, this should work. Let's try it. Yeah. Alright. He's seeking. Oh, he's jumping twice. He's charging. Now he's seeking. I don't know what that was about, but... Okay, he charges really slowly. He seeks. Then he charges. He jumps twice, then he charges, and then he jumps once. And that just goes back and forth. But now let's fuck it up by having him hit us. So let's say like a charge, he bounces back, and he goes into seek. He's gonna charge. Oh, he's seeking. He hits me when he's seeking. He just goes back to seeking. But we didn't. We need to use absolute values for his changing his frame rate, because now we can't always assume that it's a relative value in the right place. So, and we also want to change his seek force. No, his charge force. Can we pause? Does that work? What do we put this up to 80 or something? I know, it's weird. So he's seeking. Oh, now he comes at you. Probably should be a little faster even. Try 100. Yeah. I kind of like that he charges, having him charge with, like, it's almost like he levitates. Yeah, let's do that. So this is 100. So let's see. Let's do seek public int seek FPS anim FPS. What is it normally? Six. Okay. 6. So we don't have speed anymore. Oh, we need to change the attack value, huh? We'll get there. So this is, what is this? Public int charge anim FPS 0. seek anim FPS. Charge anim FPS. And maybe we'll do the double speed like while he's jumping. Okay, let's see. No! That's the dumbest error I've ever heard. 0? You can't convert that to an int. Oh. It didn't tell me that I was trying to set it as a float. Okay. It was withholding some information in that. It should have told me the type of that 0. Uh-oh. Oh no, he's not going back to his proper state. I like this one-legged... the one-legged charge. But, oh... See, I'm looking, his FPS is changing, but, I think it's like a divide by 0 thing. Like, once it's 0, it's not gonna go back, because it's, like, infinitely something. So, maybe I should set it to, like, just a really... Oh, it's an integer, so I can't... Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised it didn't error. Wait for seconds. 1 divided by 0. What's 8, 9? Oh. Yeah, exactly. I guess something like if FPS is 0, then while FPS is 0, yield turn new wait for end of frame else. So then if it changes, it'll keep going. I guess I don't even know. I guess I could do this. Yeah. So it'll still delay the next frame, but it should be fine. let's see, that should be it. And then, so we actually aren't controlling what frame, at least for now, we're not controlling what frame he's charging on. It's just gonna, whatever frame he's on, he'll stop. And that might not be what we want, but we're getting closer. One thing that we can do is let's do a public int jump anim FPS. What was it? I was doing by 4, 6 times 4, 24. Because maybe he's only doing that during the charge, pre-charge. This is not properly named. Maybe I should call it pre-charge. A lot of charge variables. Okay, let's try it. Where'd you pick up the word hella? I kind of want his jump to be faster. Which means in kind of, yeah, that skate. Skating at you. Can't really tell his running. When he's jumping and he's double frame rate. I don't think he has a frame. I want a frame where both his legs are bent, because then he'd look like he is levitating. You know, he's like. So the question is, should his mouth be open or closed when he's coming at you? I feel like it should be open, right? It looks like it has 3 states. What can you do, though? You can make more sprites. I like his mouth open. Ah, he's just... He's so angry. Now he's stuck. Fucking rigid bodies. It's interesting because of him moving forward when you shoot him. It's like has very little effect, but once he stops and you shoot him, it moves him a lot. I can push him around too when he's not moving. I thought I could. It almost needs to check your distance from him at all states, so in the... Oh no! Did he lose his, Okay. 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 He likes climbing up. He's kind of like a wrestler. Climbing up on the sides and jumping off. Let's see. If I change his pixels to do what I want to do, I might do some other minor changes. He looks funny if he charges with his mouth closed. No. Nope. I need to get him. There we go. Oh man, almost. There we go. There we go. What is going on here? What? Huh. Oh. Did I not notice it's doing this? I don't think his box collider is rotating. At all. That's why I was able to like shoot his side sometimes, because it's like, not here, but like, let's see, where would I have to be? Oh, he's stuck again. Oh, poor guy. Alright, so here, like I'm trying to shoot his sides. It doesn't hit as well. So his box collider is not rotating. I guess I can put that on his sprite. And that should actually do the right thing. Because it is in a, what is it, a composite collider, because he has a rigid body. Yeah. What else? Play one shot. I could do a single frame as a one shot. Well, I want it to loop though. Thanks for your help. I'll be done for today soon anyway. Hopefully I'll see you later this week. I guess I would just want to pause it. Oh, I guess I could set the FPS to 0, which pauses it, and then change the sprite directly. And then when I change the FPS back, it will go back to normal. set sprite. Transition. During a transition. I don't know what's going to happen. It doesn't have range. Attack range. Ugh. Hey, alright, let's see. Ooh, now I can pick the frame that I want. Which one is it? If I had to pick one, for now it'll probably be this one. Charge frame. charge a little bit more. That's not the frame I put them on. I guess I'm setting the frame and it's not. It's not going through walls now, that's good. Thanks. Well, that frame, it's not setting the frame I want. Getting stuck? What's that? What the hell? How is this Y? Any of those negatives? Although I guess that could be a really tiny value. All works a lot better. Don't need any of that. Is there another way? Spring meter. Playing one shot. I guess I want this at the top. Because it's most likely being set here. Okay. So maybe that'll fix it, and I don't have to do anything more complicated. Oh, shit. Where? Where the fuck is it? It's on this, yep. Oh shit, I have to deal with the death state too. Well, I guess I could also do if freeze or alive. Yeah. Alright. Probably start up after. But at least it's working. Let's try some other values. jump. Jump animation. I wonder why it goes into the charge state immediately. Because of the start time. Is he just gonna stay there? He's stuck in attack? What happened to you? Oh, does he need to be in charge state? What's going on? He's broken. That's weird. Like maybe he never got out of transition? Or... this should only happen... let's see... last attack... I guess we need to keep track of last attack. Attack. Interval? I don't know. 2 seconds. And... what else? There's something else. Oh, and then the last state time. Oops. Why did the FPS drop so much? Especially with that frames. I wonder if it's because of the scene? That's so weird. Well, could be better, but that's roughly what it was before I changed him to a rigid body, so... Let's see, what were the other things I had here? Non-respawnables. I think that was it. Could be better, but now there's 2 jumps, so... No time to do this now. I think I'm done for today. Yep. That's it. See everybody.